Welcome to Nature Speaks, everyone. My name is Tracy, and this is today's message channeled from the spirits and energies of the natural world. Great Spirit of the Whale offers an invitation of collaboration, a blessing, and an acknowledgement of its grief. The first thing that the Great Spirit of the Whale steps forward with is an invitation, and they acknowledge this is a bit of an awkward analogy, yet they want us to remember that there was a vessel a few months back called the Ever Given, which managed to get itself, big cargo ship, managed to get itself wedged in the Suez Canal, where it could not go forward, it could not wedge itself to go forward, it could not go back, it was stuck, which then of course created a complete blockage of everything else that was trying to flow through the Suez Canal. They observe that this huge vessel ignored the winds of mourning that were coming through, and further, that they also refused to accept the assistance of the tugboats, those who knew how to navigate these ever-narrowing channels, and yet the Ever Given and those who run it didn't choose to avail themselves of this opportunity for guidance and wisdom. So there they got stuck. And the Great Spirit of the Whale offers us this. We perceive that the great massive ship, the human collective will, is presently wedged, much like this other ship. Where we are stuck is we are not fully willing as a collective to go forward into what is required at this point in our relationship with the climate and what's going on here on this earth plane, nor are we able, is it possible for us to go back and continue to function as we have. We are offering ourselves to serve as tugboats that will swim next to you, that will guide you, such that you can find your way through this ever-narrowing passage of possibility for all life and flow here. They invite us to know ourselves in an alignment and an attunement with what they call right relation, and they describe that as relationship not just with one or two, so not just with, as they go, not with just large and impressive physicalities like ourselves, but also with every type of life here, from the largest to the smallest, those you can see, those you cannot see, those that have and are even things like the weather systems, the air, the winds, the rains. All of this is part of the mastery, finesse, creative will, and the deep love of the Gaia, of Mother Earth, who is a sentient being and whose grief is profoundly felt by the Great Spirit of the Whale. They express themselves as a bridge being, one that is able to be both above what they call the oceans of the air as well as the oceans of the water. As such, they are able to hear the cries of, great decimation and wounding and suffering everywhere on this earth plane right now, as all these different aspects of life that have been for so many millions of years carefully cultivated, carefully integrated, are now being threatened or have already lost their hold here in this physical plane. So they invite us to know ourselves in right relation with all life and flow, from the largest like them to the tiniest, such as a molecule, as I said, or a virus, or even a grain of sand, and not to limit our respect, our blessing, only to that which we understand has purpose as we perceive it, yet to open the arms of our heart to all. This is the invitation of collaboration. They are joy-filled, for they feel that this willingness has and is rising in more and more of our hearts. They don't deny that there are still many of us who are like, I don't want to know, I don't want to see, I don't want to change how I do things, I just want to act like it's not happening. I go, you will observe that resistance to accepting the current conditions has not unwedged you, and you will remain wedged, and basically the cessation of the ability for everything to flow, including ourselves, has and is threatened. We don't want you to carry our grief. We want you to carry our hope. We want to acknowledge our grief and have you carry our hope. So that is the invitation and the acknowledgement of their grief, and also the gifting of their hope to each and all of you. This is the short video summary of the channeling that came through from the Great Spirit of the Whale, and to all who have and receive it, I am most grateful for your light. If you are drawn to consume more than this short video summary, access to the full channeling of today's update is available on the Gaia Translate podcast, streaming now on your favorite podcast platform, or listen for free at www.gaiatranslate.com.